and your future, and that is you. Your future depends on your decisions that you take today and the actions that you take thereof. Step number two, you must be able to embrace your circumstance. You must be able to embrace your current situation. And as a child, you don't have to worry about what am I going to eat today? Where am I going to sleep today? That's not your worry. Your worry should be you focusing on your studies. Your teacher and your family, they are there to take care of the adult responsibilities to ensure that you get good quality education, to ensure that you have something to put on yourself, and to ensure that you have something to eat. Number three, in life, you must choose a goal. And when you choose a goal, your goal must be realistic. You cannot set yourself a goal that will be impossible to achieve. It must be realistic, it must be something that can be achieved. And your goal should not be materialistic. You cannot set a goal that I want to drive a big car, I want to stay in a big mansion, I want to wear expensive fancy clothes. That is not a goal. Your goal should be I want to be a pilot. I want to be an engineer. I want to be a dentist. I want to be this. I want to be that. Now, that is realistic. Can you be a pilot? You don't think you can be a pilot? You can be a pilot if you put your focus on it. That is goal number three. Number four, now your actions. Your action will determine if your goal will be a success. Yes, you can decide today that my goal is I want to be a pilot, but what are you going to do to be a pilot? What actions must you take to be a pilot? To be a pilot, you need to study. You need to focus on your studies. You need to get good grades on your matric. You need to see yourself in university. You need to see yourself studying towards being a pilot. Now, that's you taking the action. If you decide to be a pilot and you do not take that action, then your goal will be not realized. Your goal will be a verbal goal. You want to be a pilot, but you do not take the action to be one. The last step is do not give up. Yes, you can set a goal that you want to be a pilot, but life happens. You can have a setback, you can have obstacles, but what matters is you do not give up. To be honest with you, life is not easy, but that does not mean you cannot achieve your goals. You can still achieve your goals despite life not being easy. In life, you will always find challenges and obstacles, but the big thing is you being the bigger person, you not giving up. That's my 5 steps to success. Now I'm going to share with you my personal story. I was born in a village. I grew up in a small village just outside Polokwane. I remember my primary school days. I didn't like shoes. I would go to school barefoot, and I went to my secondary school. Then when I got to high school, I realized that no man, I need to change the way I am. I need to be something in life. And by the time I was 16, I was doing matric. Then I asked myself, what do I want to be in life? Then I told myself that I want to be is either a pathologist or a crime investigation expert. So I must either study criminology or pathology. That was my goal that I set myself when I was 16 doing matric. Of course, I was still a child, but then at that time, I already identified that that is going to be my career. That was my goal, my decision. Then I asked myself, what do I need to study criminology? What do I need to be a pathologist? I realized that the first thing that I must do is I must pass my matric. I must study hard, I must get good grades so that I can be able to go and study criminology or pathology and achieve my goal. Of course, yes, I did focus on my decision, I acted on it, I studied, I passed my matric with exemption in 2007. So I was focused on my goal. But then when I had to go and study criminology and pathology, I had a challenge. I had an obstacle. I couldn't study because of finances. I tried to apply for bursaries. I did not get luck. But I did not give up. I asked myself, what must I do now for me to achieve my goal? Then I decided that I'm going to apply for government jobs because when you apply for a government job like nursing, military, SAPS, and traffic, they will give you training while paying you. So my decision was I'm going to apply for one of them or all of them. And when they train me and pay me, I'm going to save that money so that after 2 to 3 years, I can take myself to school, then I can study my criminology and pathology. Now you can see, despite the challenge that I had, I did not give up. I looked for other means to make me realize my goal. Yes, I did apply, and fortunately, the military responded first. So I joined the army and I trained in Mafikeng for 2 years. In that 2 years, I was saving the money because the government during that time, when you train, they will provide you with clothing, accommodation, and meals. So I had the opportunity to save most of the salary that I was being paid. So after the 2 years, I wanted to go study, but fortunately, the military decided to take me to school. So 2013, I went to Stellenbosch University with the military paying for my studies. So I got my degree and I got my honors. Now I'm currently busy with my master's degree. Unfortunately, I did not study criminology or pathology because the military wanted me to study something that is in line with them. Fortunately, I loved history, so I studied history. I'm currently doing my master's in military history. Now, did I give up on my goal? I did not. What did I do? I made a decision that I want to see myself somewhere. I took action that for me to get there, I need to do one, two, three. I did not give up on my dream. So, my message to you is do not give up on your dream. Whatever obstacle you come across, find a way to uh, manage that obstacle. Now, most of the time, when you speak to the youth and you ask them, what do you want to be or what do you want in life? They will always tell you, I need a Rolls Royce, I need a Golf 8, I need a big house, I need fancy clothes. That is not important and that should not be important because if you want to associate your success with fancy clothes like Gucci, Nikes, and automatically you are saying to yourself, if I am not wearing a Nike, I don't have confidence. Your confidence depends on what you are wearing, of which it should not be like that. And the way you treat people, if you've come across two people, the other one wearing nothing and the other one wearing Nikes and Gucci's, you'll want to respect the one wearing Nikes and Gucci's more than the one who's wearing nothing, which is not, it's not supposed to be like that. What I'm trying to tell you is materials should not be your goal. You should not strive to have material things. The good part is if you set yourself a realistic goal and achieve it, the material part will automatically come with your goal. Do I drive a big car? Do I drive a small car? Do I have a big house? Do I have fancy clothes? that should not matter. Whether I have or I have not, that should not matter. And that should not determine the kind of person I am. What should determine the kind of person I am is my goal, my realistic goal, and me achieving that goal. You achieve that goal, you will be adding value to society. Will be having a pilot from Dithothwaneng High School, will be having a dentist from your high school, and your teacher will be proud, your family will be proud, and the whole community will be proud. Now, that is real value. That is something that you should look forward to. You should not look forward to driving a big car and you think the community will respect you because you drive a big car. No, you must add value to your community. Whether you drive a small car or a big car, it's not a problem. I'm not saying you must not drive a big car when you want to drive one. You can drive a big car, but it should not be associated with your goal. You should not measure your success with fancy clothes and driving big cars and staying in a mansion. Now, with all that I've said, that is my story for today. If there is any questions, Mr. Maswening, you can take over from here.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Matloga, for kindly sharing your story with us. We really appreciate it, and it will definitely inspire a black child that it is not how you travel, but how you arrive at the destination. So that is important, and I really appreciate that. I would ask them to, for those of them who are having questions, to come and ask you a few questions.
Yes.
Would you kindly come? Anyone? Do you have a question? Come through. Oh, there's one coming. Can you take them down? Write them down so that you don't have to start.
Morning, sir.
Morning, how are you?
I'm fine, thanks. And how are you, sir?
Thank you, thank you.
Okay. I like that opportunity that you gave us, like the way you gone through us, like with your stories and how you achieved your goal. I just have some few questions I would like to ask.
Yes, sir.
What does it take to be a military captain or the position you are in now? Will your name be remembered eternally?
Internally in the organization that I'm with.
Yes.
Lifelong.
Eternally, like forever.
Of my name will be remembered eternally.
Yeah.
Currently, I can say yes, because in my line of study, there is few publications that I did publish, and there is few things that book reviews that I did, and they are associated with my name. So during the course of my career, there is still more publications that I must publish, a book chapter that I must submit, and that will carry my name. So in one of those good days, you will walk in a bookstore, you will find a book that I wrote. Will that make my name to be remembered eternally? If you are interested in military history, yes, you will know my name. And if it happens that history is written on the people from South Africa that wrote about South African military history, my name will be there.
Okay. So, what's the use of being secretive as a soldier and always on alert? Do they ordain you to be concealed?
Military is all about securing the country. So there are things that the military do to protect the country from things that even a normal person does not think of. So for the military to be able to secure the country, they cannot go around telling people that we are doing this, we are doing that, because those people can be part of your enemies, and they will know, oh, South Africa is doing this to protect themselves from that, so they will know how to attack you. So you need to be secretive in how you are dealing with your country, in how you are securing your country.
Okay, so as we all know that in the military we are not the same racist. Is there any complexity regarding racism in the military?
Racism in the military is zero. We don't have racism because what we do is we have a culture. We call it a military culture, and in that culture, we all behave according to that culture. We have a church whereby it does not practice a certain religion. It practices a military culture. It's a general church. We have policies that they do not judge based on where you are from and your race. We have one policy that goes generally through all the military people. It does not matter your gender, it does not matter your race. It's one military culture and we all belong to it. It does not associate itself with a certain race or a certain country or a certain group. It's just one military culture. We all abide by it.
Okay, so as you said, they gave you an opportunity to go to school, but to study a certain subject that is working with the military side. So, are there any opportunities left that we can also do as like we come from poor backgrounds to get that opportunities?
Yes, what you need to do is if you want to join the military, there is two ways that you can join. One, you can join the military and they will train you for 2 years. And from there, based on your qualities, they will decide to take you to school and study what you want to study based on at that time, is it a need? Because we do have military lawyers, we do have military police, we do have military nurses, we do have military pilots, we do have almost every profession. It's just that at that time, I checked what the military needs and I was interested in military history. So I chose military history at that time. The second way you can join the military is you can study anything that you want to study, and when you're done studying, you can apply. Maybe let's say you study to be a dentist, then you can apply at the South African Military Health Service that I'm a qualified dentist. Can I please be employed by the SNDF to be a dentist? Based on available post, NNN, and your qualification, yes, of course, they will take you and you will be a military dentist.
Oh, I thank you, sir. Thank you.
No problem. Thanks for your time. And who am I speaking to?
Oh, Matloga Seabel.
Matlagane Seabelo, Thabela go tseba. Thank you.
Amen.
Anyone? Is there anyone with a question? Hello? Are you still alive? Yes. Anyone with a question? Are you intimidated to speak to him? No.
Let us see. Look at our Buddhism. Gas, what else?
No, they know the culture in my classroom. Mr. Magau taught me this culture that I should speak to them in the language of the Queen.
Ashe?
I was saying that it is within my culture in the classroom that we speak only in English. That is why they might be too scared, but I can speak to you in vernacular. That's one coming.
Good morning, sir.
Morning, sir. How are you?
Fine, as usual.
Good.
I would like you to tell us or brief us about the fields that in military services are found?
The what?
There's some occupations concerning military service.
Okay. In the military, we have almost every profession. We have engineers, we have artisans, we have boilers, we have doctors, we have nurses, we have lawyers, we have everything. Remember, a military is it's like a self-sufficient organization.
Yes.
Let me give you a typical example. We do have the South African Navy, they do have boats, they do have submarines. In those boats, there is regular soldiers that are trained to operate those boats. Now, imagine when the boat now needs repairs, what's going to happen? Instead of taking it to a civilian company for repairs, there will be a military engineer or artisan or boiler doing repairs on that boat. So the military must be self-sufficient in such a way that everything that it needs, it must be from itself, from the military itself. So any profession that you can think of, you will find in the military. We do have our own military hospital. There is three of them in the country. One is in Pretoria, one is in Bloemfontein, and one is in Cape Town. And apart from that, we do have clinics in every part of the country. So what happens is if I get sick now, I will not go to Polokwane Provincial Hospital. I will go to a military clinic. I will be checked by a military nurse, and the military nurse will see if she has to refer me to hospital. I will go to hospital and get a military doctor. So that's how the military actually functions. You do find almost everything. And the interesting part is we do not only employ military personnel as doctors and nurses and engineers. You will find a military engineer that was trained in the military and went to school to study engineering in the military and finally becomes a military engineer. And you will still find someone who decided to study engineering on their own. And after the qualification, they apply in the military and the military takes them because the military needs all the necessary skills that people have so that it can be self-sufficient. Yes,
Okay, that's interesting.
very interesting.
I have heard about sensitive practice in the military service through some social media platforms because I know some social media platforms are so phony. So talking about something sexual harassment in the military service, it was, if my memory serves me well, it was in 2020 thereabouts. Sexual harassment in the military service. Does that exist?
We do have the military ombudsman, and we do have a section that deals with sexual harassment. What that section does is they go to military units and they speak with ladies freely to raise their concerns, to raise their issues, and based on those issues, that section comes up with ways on how to make the environment safer for ladies. To answer your question, does sexual harassment exist in the military or not? It's a matter of people have different types of behaviors, and if those behaviors are not checked, they become worse. So in the military, we do have a section that monitors sexual harassment, gives support to ladies so that we do not experience cases of sexual harassment in the military. And you know, the media, they have their own way of doing things. They want to sell, and for them to sell, they will make stories, even if it's something minor. they will make sure that it becomes something big
Sensation.
that they can
Yes.
sell. So every media they want to expose the army because they know if they do expose the military, that journalist will get awards, that journalist will get paid, that paper or that social media will be regarded as one of the best investigators. So they are every day trying to find small things and make them big.
Yeah, I know the sensationalism of some social media platforms and the press. So again, does a life and death advisable in the military service?
Pardon?
Does a life and death advisable in the military service?
I can't hear the first part.
It's life and death. He wants to know if life and death, there are advices about life and death in the military service.
You know, when you join the military, you basically give your life to the country. You are
Yes.
being a patriot. If it happens that you have to lose your life to save the country, so be it. Because our biggest client is the country. If I have to die to save my country, it's only me, one person dying and saving the whole country. I can do that. Compared to the country being damaged and I survive, where will I live? So it's better I sacrifice my life to safeguard the country because the country must survive no matter I like it or not. So when I join the military, I give away my right to live to the country. I will do anything in my power to make sure that the country survives to see the next day.
Okay. Lastly,
Yes, sir.
would a particular military officer then set up or initiate like security officer, then relinquished from the military, the national military service?
I don't understand your question.
Okay. Due to what reasons?
No.
Okay.
Set your questions clearly. I said
Okay.
write them down.
Okay. I thought you would not answer. Okay. Does a particular military officer set up a particular security service by their private company, maybe with a particular retrenched or relinquished or the pensioned one set up a particular security service for their own benefits? After
Are you
then,
saying, a soldier is he allowed to have a company that provides
Aha.
security?
We got him.
yes. Yes.
In the military, now, you are allowed to have a business, whatever business it might be, security, transport, or anything. However, you need to declare that I, as Matloga, a soldier in the military, I have this kind of business and it provides this to this and it makes this kind of money annually. So you need to declare that. Then it will go to SARS and SARS will verify that yes, this person has this business, it provides this kind of services to this kind of people and it makes this kind of money. Then they will approve it.
Okay.
I don't know if I answered your question.
Yeah, I understand it.
Okay.
Yeah, so thank you, sir. Have a lovely
What's
day
your name?
throughout.
What's your name? I didn't get your name.
Your name?
Paul Petros.
Petros Paul.
Paul Petros.
Petros,
Petros.
yes.
Yalabo. Thank you.
Yes.
All right. It is lunchtime. Let us respect their time now. It's 11 o'clock. up until 12 o'clock. Will you be available after 12?
What time?
From 12 o'clock, now it's like their lunchtime from 11 o'clock. Then we'll come back from 12 o'clock. So will you be available?
Okay, I'll be available after 12. It's still fine.
All right, thank you so much. Let's meet after lunch.
Okay,
Thank you. Bye.